What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn how to insult like the British. Teach me your ways, please. American insults are just boring. We're barbaric when we insult each other. We don't know how to do it. Americans will just be like, well, you're dumb. Screw you, you're dumb. And it's like, okay, you got me. All right, but when when Americans listen to Brits insult each other, it's like, you bloody wanker. And it's like, I don't want to be that, but man, I liked the way you said that. And there's just countless other things, that Americans hear about here and there through like British movies and TV shows that are like, that is an insult right there. So I'm excited today to take this one step further and actually watch a whole video dedicated to how to insult like the British. And hopefully I learn a thing or two. And maybe after this I'll go, just insulting everyone randomly in the street or something. And they'll be like, wow, I don't know what you just said, but I liked it. I liked being insulted. Or did I? And so with that being said, let's take a look.
We Brits really do love a good insult, arguably even more than complaining about the weather or making fun of the French. Now, most of these insults are...
Making fun of the French? Is that a thing? Is that random? That's random to me. Making fun of the French. Do the Brits enjoy making fun of the French with your cool insults? I didn't know that. Okay.
More than complaining about the weather or making fun of the French. Now,
Okay.
Most of these insults are not exactly safe for work, but by some miracle, I did manage to remember 10 that weren't overtly sexual, sexist, racist, classist, homophobic, or sweary.
Oh, man. Yeah. Brits, I mean, like Americans, you got insults for everything, huh? Well, that's good. We're just this is supposed to be somewhat lighthearted, So I appreciate that. All the not safe for work stuff, and she's boiled it down to hopefully some insults I can go yell at little children and be okay. No. I'm not going to do that, I swear.
So, for example,
Oh.
the list goes on.
I can't even tell what she's saying. I'm trying to understand the words she's mouthing to learn some of these forbidden kind of swear word insults, but I got nothing. That's some other edition, some R-rated edition of this video.
On forever. So here we go.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson. This is Anglophenia, and try not to take this personally.
Oh.
Minger.
Minger.
This means that somebody's ugly or doing something that's disgusting.
Minger. Like picking your nose. Oh, I'm gonna be so self-conscious about that. Someone might call me a minger. Never heard that one. I actually, going into this, there's a couple British insults I've heard of. Wanker seems to point out to me very much for some reason. But I have never in my life heard winger.
Gross is definitely the closest American equivalent.
Okay.
So, for example, maybe if you were a
Gross.
Liverpool supporter, one might say Wayne Rooney is a potato-headed minger who couldn't kick a ball if the World Cup depended on it.
A potato, see, she so effortlessly went right into that. There's all these adjectives and spice words you can add. Potato-headed minger. Man, that's probably the advanced version. Minger is gross. Okay.
You can also say that an action is minging, like, oh, don't eat those potatoes at the rubbish bin, Wayne. That is minging.
Oh my gosh. This can be you can talk about actions. This is almost like a science or something. This whole British insults could be like a university course in America or something, I swear. All right, next we have pillock, which I've never heard as well. This is great.
This means idiot, specifically a very clumsy, forgetful kind of idiocy.
No.
You forgot your homework again. Brian, you are such a pillock.
Pillock. An idiot. Oh my gosh. Are there... The other thing that comes to my mind is that Brits have so many unique slang words for calling people idiots or disgusting. What's going on over in Britain? that like there's so many opportunities to come up with all this stuff. What the heck is going on over there?
I know, miss, I'm sorry. Marty, this
Marty. I'm not, sometimes I try to guess what stuff means as well in some of these. Like, just based on these words, Pillock, Marty, we had, what was the first one?
American equivalent. So, for example, maybe if you were a Liverpool supporter, one might say, you can also use a potato-headed minger.
Minger, that's what it was. Minger. Okay, Marty. Yeah, I couldn't even, just based on the word alone, I couldn't even begin to guess what this stuff means without, I just gotta be told.
Mardy. This is a word that's mostly used in the north of England to describe that very teenage type of sulky, aggressive moodiness.
Teenage sulky, aggressive moodiness? Like punk or emo or something? Or just teenage angst or something? Is this really that region specific? Like this is popular in northern England, like it gets that specific?
Of England to describe that very teenage type of sulky, aggressive moodiness.
Okay, I mean, this one actually seems like it would have a lot of utility.
Rachel locks herself right in her room as soon as she gets home from school. Gosh, is a Mardy one. Toss it.
Amad, even the way you phrase it is not how I would expect. Gosh, she's a Marty one. Like you even got creative ways to use it. I'd just be like, she is acting Marty. Am I doing this right? Or something? Tosser, yes, Tosser. I have heard Tosser. Tosser and wanker are probably the number one and number two, like British insults that Americans really think of immediately.
This is the British equivalent to jerk and means the same thing.
That's actually, okay, jerk. It's like a jerk. I was actually thinking, what does tosser actually mean? Like, I swear that's in, like, the Harry Potter books. And all of us Americans are reading it, and they keep all the British slang in those books. And we were all just like, I don't know what that is, but Ron's being a tosser for sure.
You know, that thing. You know. I know you know.
Wait, what?
Is the British equivalent to jerk and means the same thing. You know, that thing. You know. I know you know.
What? What? Jerk? Means the same thing? Something right now is going completely over my head, I think. But, okay.
Gannet.
Gannet. Never heard that ever.
This means somebody who's being greedy, named after the seabird of the same name.
Oh, that's cool. A word for greedy. I didn't realize, I actually thought this was going to be just a bunch of British insults that all basically mean, oh, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're a jerk. But it's actually much more diverse and like a little more thought-provoking, if you will. We got words for greedy here. Gannet.
Okay, Keach, you gannets, I'm watching you. Wayne, stop eating those potatoes. Skiver.
Skiver, oh my gosh, besides Tosser, I've not heard of any of these. That I am very, very happy about that. Skiver.
This refers to somebody who has skipped off from something that they were supposed to do. Mostly it
okay, like a flaky or a flake. Like someone, okay. Skiver. When you're, that's so specific. That's so funny. Someone who ditches something they're supposed to be at.
This refers to somebody who has skipped off from something that they were supposed to do. Okay. Mostly it refers to kids who skip school.
Right.
But you can skive off pretty much any responsibility if you just put your mind to it.
Nice.
I cannot believe that you got out being Sarah's bridesmaid, you dirty skiver.
I just love her examples as well. I've never gotten to hear anything like this before.
Burke. This
Burke.
comes from the Cockney.
Burke. Again, never heard it. Never knew that was a word. Burke.
Rhyming slang Berkshire Hunt, meaning a word that I am not allowed to say here. It means an unpleasant, boorish kind of person. Oh.
Unpleasant and boring person. Burke. Again, very specific.
I cannot believe that my boss gave me a verbal warning for being 5 minutes late. And he was ogling me the entire time. What a Burke.
Yep, perfect. Feel like a lot of these are directed towards your boss when you're talking to your friends or something later.
Barmy. This is a very
Barmy, okay.
gentle, affectionate way of calling someone crazy. Don't worry about all the crystals at my auntie's house. She's just a bit balmy.
It's a gentle way of saying someone is crazy or insane. That's interesting. Can it be like an affectionate way? Like, they're a bit out there, but, you know, we still love them. Or it's just not that harsh. But if there is such a thing as a not too harsh insult, barmy.
English cricket fans call themselves the Barmy Army because you do have to be a bit bonkers to want to watch a game that takes 4 days to play.
That's funny. The Barmy Army. I love it.
Thick as 2 short planks.
Oh, here we go. Now we're getting into like whole phrases. Thick as 2 short planks. Does that mean you're thick? Like thick as in dumb?
This is another term for idiot.
Yeah.
What can I say? We value intelligence in my country.
I bet, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of diversity here of what the stuff means, but at its core, you gotta have a couple good ones for just, you are an idiot. You are you are as thick as 2 short planks. Wow. Eloquent as well. And I also feel like it's a good insult when some people don't even understand that they're being insulted. Like, you could say that, you're as thick as 2 short planks, and the person would be like, huh? What? And it'd be like, exactly. You're as thick as 3 short planks, actually. And they'd be like, huh? What? What'd you just say? Is that a compliment?
I keep catching Wayne eating potatoes out of the bin. He is as thick as 2 short planks, that boy. There are several other similes that are used in the same way. For example, thick as a brick, or as they say on Blackadder.
I like thick as a brick. I like that variation. Oh, there's variations now.
Thick as a whale omelette. People
Thick as a whale omelet. That is beautiful. That is like poetry to me. Oh man, this is so great.
also say just thick as in, oh my goodness, he is thick as.
That's wow. I'm seeing the evolution of the thick insult. It was like thick as this, thick as that, thick as a Viking warship, and then eventually it was just they are thick as. And it's like, what? Can't even be bothered to finish it. They're just too thicker than anything that exists in the universe.
This can also be used for almost every other insult. You know, crazy as, weird as, ugly as, and so on. And
interesting. Okay.
Finally, yes, the 2-fingered salute.
2-fingered salute? Well, in America, that's a peace sign. It means peace. Peace. Does that mean something else in Britain?
I often see Americans do this as the peace sign, but it is the British version of flipping the bird, albeit a lot softer.
What? This is the British equivalent to the middle finger in America, like saying F you, basically. Oh wow, I gotta put my fingers down. Put them down.
The story goes that it comes from...
Is that the technique? You're like, man, kind of towards them a bit.
From when medieval English longbowmen were trouncing the French at battles such as Agincourt. The French would...
Somehow she managed to put in a French, like, a French insult jab in here. Trouncing the French. I didn't know about all that. Little rivalry, or whatever you want to call it.
Cut off the first 2 fingers of any captured archers so that they could no longer pull a bow. So the archers would make this sign on the battlefield as a way of telling the enemy, hey, I still have my 2 fingers and I'm gonna shoot you. This story is...
Oh, that's actually very interesting. An insult, a gesture that comes from older times, literally based off telling the enemy, like, I'm gonna kill you with these 2 fingers, and it still exists to this day. That's pretty cool, actually.
It's probably apocryphal, but like I said earlier, we really do love making fun of the French. What are your favorite British insults?
Wow.
Let us know in the comments without being a Marty Tosser about it. And don't forget to
Marty Tosser.
Like and subscribe. And
wow, that was excellent. That was so fun, so entertaining as well. This was by and Angela Fina. And I gotta give that a like. That was fantastic. That was, man. And to my shock and delight, like most of them except for one, I have had never heard of most of these. Like I knew Tosser, everything else. The Two Short Planks, Barmy. Oh, what else we got here? Marty. Oh man, yeah, so many good ones. It's hard to keep track of all these British insults. Gonna have to go to that college course, that university course, and study up on this, because my goodness, there are a lot of British insults, but it's fantastic. I didn't even know that what I didn't know. So yeah, I'm gonna run out and start yelling this on the streets. No one will know what I'm talking about, and I'll just be laughing like a maniac. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to British culture, stuff about Britain that I have never learned about or seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.